miss me, I know I missed you. I can't believe these niggas ain't rapping this shit, man. Look. First time, she was in my math class. Long hair, brown skin with the fat ass. Sat beside me, used to laugh, had mad jokes. The teacher always got mad, so we passed notes.
What's up, guys? It's 2KC and Jay, and we're back with another video. This time we're talking about Lonzo Ball, and is he really legit or not? Now, first off, some important, well, not really like important enough to make a whole video about it, but pretty important. They're making a new like all-star format. It's basically like the Pro Bowl in the NFL. So now there's still gonna be the votes, but the top two vote getters, either from the East or the West. So say like last year it was LeBron and Curry. Those will be the two captains for two teams, and they get to pick their own squad. So like there's no conferences in the All-Star game anymore. And of course, I think this is because the East would be just manhandled by the West, especially after what happened this year when most of the stars from the East just went to the West. There'd be no way that the East could like hang with the West. So I think this is good for the All-Star game. But the thing is, you're probably not gonna have the best players playing in the All-Star game because relationships do affect who you pick. Like say LeBron, he probably has a lot of people he could pick, like, but he's not gonna pick Kyrie. I don't think he's gonna pick Kyrie. He probably pick like Dwayne Wade, Carmelo, and there's other players available that are like better in my opinion, like Giannis or like John Wall. And then the West, say like Russ gets first. I don't think he's picking KD. Maybe their relationship is back or their friendship, but what if he doesn't pick KD and that's one of the like top stars? So you don't know. So I think the NBA, of course, will be talking to the captains, or I mean, it's probably likely because I don't think they're just gonna let them do whatever they want. So let's get into the video right now. What do you think about when you hear Lonzo Ball? Maybe you think about his reality TV show that I watch. Maybe think about the ZO2s, maybe the slides or the shoe. Maybe think about his rapping. You might even think about Lakers or, of course, his dad. I mean, that's to be obvious. Maybe you think about LaMelo. For me, it's just the hype. I mean, Bleacher Report even said it. There hasn't been this much hype since LeBron came in. And that's saying something because LeBron has lived up to his hype. I mean, 4 MVPs and 3 championships, I'm pretty sure it's living up to the hype. And Lonzo, he's been dealing with this hype all along because, especially since his father's talking and social media, that's a lot of stuff. And even if he doesn't become like, you know, a really good point guard, like if he's average and basically he doesn't live up to the hype, he has a rapping career. I mean, at least in my like opinion. I mean, listen to this.
Shout out to Future, keep guap on me. Shout out to Beast, cause I keep me a lot on me. Shout out to everyone doubting me. Changing the game and they make cause I'm charging fees. Know the name, you see the fame. All my socials got the check. If you talking out of line, put these stripes across your neck.
Now you cannot tell me that is not fire. It's not Dame Dollar yet. I think Heath Lillard's dropping like an album like October 7th. I think October 7th. And I'm of course listening to that. It's the 6th or 7th. And of course I'm listening to that. But you cannot tell me that wasn't fire. And another thing that we have to think about is of course Lonzo's like basketball IQ. Like in the summer league when you see him like literally punching the ball up to getting an assist or those full court passes. You don't really see that. So right now, it's looking like Lonzo Ball will be like a better type of Rajon Rondo. They both have the IQ. They both can rebound pretty well, especially at the point guard position. And they both weren't like great shooters, but Ball has the potential to be a great shooter. So he could be a better version of Rajon Rondo. Think about like a Steve Nash, like a bigger Steve Nash. And the only thing that Lonzo needs to improve. Well, I saw like the 2 preseason basketball games. Like I watched parts of them, and you could see like the turnovers were like obviously like rookie mistakes. Like he wasn't bad, but he wasn't good. He was like just a little bit above average. Like the second game, it was the first game, because the first game they played the Timberwolves. They lost by like 9, but that doesn't explain the whole game. Like they should have lost by way more than that. And both teams still can improve. And Ball had 5 points, with 8 assists, and he just doesn't he just has to know when to push the tempo or when to stop and just get the offense running. And he has to find a balance between those two. And then he also, like Luke Walton said, he has to look for a shot, because you could see he wants to be he's so pass first that he wants to even when he has an open shot, he wants to shoot pass it, and he has to take those shots. And I saw an important stat, and it was that Lonzo Ball at UCLA, he only shot 11 2-pointers in 22 games, and he only made 2 of them. So 2 for 11 and 2-pointers, and that's not good. Not only because he only made 2, but it's also because he only shot 11. Because say they're in a pick and roll, they're gonna just jam him up the 3-point line, because if he's reluctant to take 2-pointers, then he either has to go to the 3-point line or just drive. So there's no mid-range game there. So it's way easier to guard him than say a pick and roll or in a motion offense, and he basically becomes a shoot around player, because creating your own shot, he might have to go inside to take a mid range. Another thing, he's kind of not, I wouldn't say afraid of contact, but his frame, he needs to get stronger. Because if he's not stronger, then he can't really do anything. When he's driving, he's crafty, but you're still gonna have to take some. You're gonna have to take not really shots, but you're gonna have to take some contact from big men. And you can see his stats. I put them up, and they should be up right now. In college, he had 14.6 points, basically 15 points on 55% shooting, and that went down drastically, which is a problem. But then again, it's only his first season, so he's gonna improve. Maybe not to 50%, but I can see him getting the mid 40s. In the summer league, he averaged more points. Actually, he averaged more of everything except his field goal percentage went down. He had 16 points per game on 38% field goal shooting, and in college he had 6 rebounds and 7.5 assists. But in the summer league, he had 8 rebounds basically and 9 assists. And the first 2 preseason games have been very underwhelming, but then again, they're only preseason, so he still has a lot to learn. He had 6.5 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists on 33% shooting. And then again, even as low as those numbers are, you can still see that he's a balanced player. He's not his stats don't go up, don't fluctuate in one category, and they're below average in another. They're all pretty balanced, and I think he's a pretty complete player. And he just has to get on back on defense and do all those things. But then again, he's only a rookie. So do I think Lonzo is legit? I think he's legit. I think he'd be a great player. But will he live up to the hype, which is the real question? I guess we gotta find out and see. That's all for today. I'm 2KC&J. Peace.
First off, I ain't playing no games.